Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Two Hands in a Radio, where we look at inexpensive shortwave radios, and today will not disappoint on that front. Longtime supporter of the channel, Chuck, found this one and said it comes in three colors, red, black, and gold, and he said, I've donated money to your channel for you to buy the gold one. Go for the gold, he said. And thank you, Chuck. I really appreciate it. And I just, I'm almost speechless at times. This is a neat one. Habong KK-175. Never heard of this one. And Habong, H-A-B-O-N-G. 21 band radio. I don't think we've ever looked at a 21 band radio before. Just means that all the shortwave bands are broken up into 21 little chunks, and the more little chunks you have, the better chance the wider it spreads out. You know, a gigantic band, say the shortwave band is gigantic, 21 little chunks magnifies it out to where you can get in between there and really do some fine searches, and you won't just blow over stuff. I hope that makes sense. It's about 9:30 in the morning, Sunday morning. I'm not awake, and it's a beautiful day out though. It's going to be 90 degrees in October. Wow, that's fun. But anyway, if you have some of these radios, if you've watched before, the shortwave band might just be one long band on the radio, and you go through and it's very easy to skip over stations because they're crammed up so tight. But when you spread it out at 21 different bands, 21 different sections, that kind of magnifies that out to where you won't skip over as much. Makes it easier to tune, I guess is what I'm trying to say. The only real English that I understand on this radio is DSP. Model number is KK-175. Let's just get into it. We've got a charging cable. It takes an 18650 battery. It's a rechargeable battery. Seems to be pretty popular with these. And we'll get everything set off to the side here, and we'll take a look at it. Beautiful sunshiny day here in south central Indiana. All right, and here it is, Habong KK-175. I had to look at that again. Beautiful two-tone color. If you're a Purdue fan, you'd probably go crazy with this color scheme, black and gold. I think it looks really pretty. It's AM/FM shortwave radio. Also has a micro SD card and a full-size USB port there and there. It's an MP3 player. That's pretty interesting too. 6.5 inches long, 4 inches tall, 1.5 inches thick. It's got a 16-inch antenna, and we're going to hook it up to the 20-foot sloper right out of the gate and just see what we can find with this. Oh, and Chuck found it on eBay. It was $15.99, 16 bucks, and yeah, here we go. I've already tinkered with it a bit. There's no instruction manual to it, and that at first that was like, uh-oh, now we're in trouble. And no, not really. Old Two Hands will be your instruction manual for this one. It's not that difficult. There's no real hidden features to it. The only really weird hidden feature is this button here that's in Chinese. That's a sleep button. Nobody cares. But you can set it a sleep timer. The secret sauce behind this is it looks like a direct entry keypad, and it's not. That's just to pick when you put your USB, either your micro SD card or USB flash thumb drive in. That just selects your songs. Say you have 100 songs on your on your storage, and you can go, oh, I want to hear song 10, and you press 10 and it jumps to that jumps to that selection. So that's all. This is not direct entry keypad. This is all MP3 stuff. No big deal, and it's okay. But we've got that keypad there. Looks like to be about a 2.5 to 3 inch speaker. Good size speaker. Volume switches are here, plus or minus, very easy. MP3, it just toggles it from your radio bands into the MP3 band, sleep button, and medium wave for AM, and we also have FM 1 and 2. What's interesting with this, and I can show the box and let everybody read it so you can decide for yourself. Let's see. Here's all the shortwave bands and how they're broken down into, and you can pause the video and just take a look at everything that it does. I won't read each and every one because it'll put everybody to sleep. But then also over here on this side, we can see FM 1 and 2. It's broken down for Asian, Russian, FM bands and the US bands, but the medium wave is only 9 kilohertz. There's no 9-10 kilohertz switch on this one. Some people, that would be a big turnoff. The way I look at it is this radio was not designed for the US market. This radio was designed for Asia, China, Asia, and like that, and they run on 9 kilohertz, so I understand it. That's probably, to most people, that'll be the biggest drawback to this, will be the 9 kilohertz on medium wave. To me, it's not that bad. I'm more interested in shortwave anyway, so we'll get around all that. But you can see all of that is $15.99 on eBay. I think I already said that. Let's just dive into this, because I think the 21 bands are going to take a while to get around. We'll look at it real quick on this side again, if I can see it in the sun. The micro SD slot, headphone jack, tuning wheel here on the side. Our charging cable is USB charging port right here. Then our full-size USB is for our thumb drives or whatever. Then as we look at the very back side of the radio, the only thing we've got, as I turn it on, is an 18650 battery. The positive goes to the left. Very, very handy. One thing I thought of is this battery. People don't like the 18650 batteries for some reason. I don't know why. I think they're a great little battery, but people complain about it. I would say if you have arthritis or are visually impaired, it's a great battery setup. Positive goes to the left. It's big. If you're crippled up with arthritis in your hands, it's a big chunky battery and easy. You imagine trying to fiddle around with a AAA battery and you're crippled up somehow. These 18650s might help you out in that department. So anyway, positive goes to the left, and on the left hand side is absolutely nothing. Now we're ready to roll. Let's just start with the MP3 player. Oh, it does say hi when you turn it on. I like that. And you already can hear some non-copyrighted music from the YouTube library. And you can skip. If I want to go to track 4, I just press 4 and it goes, pauses for a second and then goes there, or I can go back to 1 and it takes off from there. It's got a great audio to it. I keep wanting to use the tuning wheel as the volume, and I didn't mention that it's got 3 watts on the speaker. Most of the speakers are like half a watt or 1 watt or 2 watts or whatever. I was kind of surprised to see this at 3 watts, and it can get really loud. We'll try not to hurt anybody's ears with that. So that's very cool. The MP3 player is a big thumbs up. Let's look at our FM. I'm not going to tootle around much just because of the copyright police. Well,
there they are, all three of them. Dory, let's start with you. Why did you want to start this pink ribbon?
really, really, really good FM.
Very simple for you. By
Find some of the talk stations.
/4 seasons. You'll see 4.
I will. And that's Indianapolis. We'll turn it off of all that, and I've just got the telescopic antenna laid over to the side. I don't even have it raised up, and it's pulling in some pretty weak stations. At 98.5, it's like 18 watts. It doesn't have a good range at all on it, so that's just excellent FM. Big thumbs up. Let's get into the shortwave stuff. This is what I'm really curious to see what happens. Like I said, we've got a little assist going with our 20-foot sloper antenna, and down here at the bottom, my hand obscured that. I can't see right now with the sun at the 9:45 position, whatever that is. I can't see on the screen. I normally look at the screen and just talk about basically what I see on the screen, on the camera screen, and I can't see it right now. My thumbs hid two of the important buttons, shortwave minus and shortwave plus, and it will toggle through all the bands. It'll toggle through all the bands. So anyway, I'd overlooked that piece of the front end in the front end description. So here we go. Let's just kind of poke around. We'll start out shortwave 1, and it's going to be, what's nice about this is that it's a positive stop on the tuning wheel. You go all the way to the bottom, you're at the bottom of the band, all the way, as you go all the way up, finally it hits the top and you're at the top of the band. Then when you go to 2, you'll be at the top of the band and go all the way down, and you'll just kind of cycle like that. And so let's just see what we can get. We're not out here to identify each and every station in the world. We're just here to see what kind of reception this thing can get. 3.9, that would be into the amateur radio band. It's not a single sideband radio. $15.99. I don't think you're going to find one of those. Everybody asking, well, is there a single sideband radio under $20? I don't think so. But with that DSP, you can tell there's a little bit of mute on tuning. It's not as bad as some. And we'll go kind of quick just so we don't have a 2-hour video. That would be dangerous. Down here at 9:45 in the morning, probably not going to hear a lot. There's 5 megahertz, nothing there. Oh. Yeah, not much, just some gurgles and stuff. Let's go to 2 and we'll work our way down. Now we might get stuff. Yeah, maybe not. Gonna be a long day, gang. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there's something there. But you just, with that mute on tuning, the only thing you can really do, and there is no search on this one. You can't, no automatic search. You just got to kind of relax with it. And the only way to get around that mute on tuning is to go really slow. Otherwise, you'll just blow right over stuff. And there's the bottom of that. You notice also, one thing I like about this is I look at that, it is continuous. With each band that we click, it's continuous. Where one band leaves off, it just starts right there and keeps right on going. I think that's really, really neat. Well, we'll just keep right on going. Of course, we have to remember our rule that during the daylight hours, anything above 10 megahertz will be good. Anything below 10 megahertz, you don't know. You never know. Now we'll be getting into the amateur radio stuff up to about 7,300. We'll start at the top of this band and work our way back. You can see we can go inside in between the international shortwave bands, and we can look around. If there's a pirate station or something like that someplace, we can find it with this one. Maybe. There we go. There's something there. Amateur radio there. 71, about 7175 to 7300 or so, the general license, and then I think it goes a little below that for the extra. And you have to remember also that, like right now, we're saying, oh, well, you only heard 3 or 4 stations, but we've done a continuous scan also. We've not just done the international bands. We're going into places where there really shouldn't be anything. Like right now at 85, 86, there really probably shouldn't be much there. So we have to remember that. Now we're coming up on the 31 meter band. Should be a little more popular. There's our 10 megahertz. You can barely hear it. I think you can hear it. You can probably hear the beat, maybe. Yeah, it's kind of fading in, fading out. Yeah, it's all right. Of course, we started at 10, so that ended at 1010 on the last band, and that's where it starts on this band. Probably won't be much in between here either. Get up to about 11.6. Don't know if that's a little FM there, or I just don't know. Oh, I heard, sounds like an FM bleed over.
Al contrario, gracias por esta invitación.
Okay. Strong stations it does pretty good. Okay, well, we're halfway done. We'll go a little faster when we really get way up high frequency. We'll let her rip. Acts like it wants something there, but it's just garbled nothing. I think that's FM. Huh. Boy, I had high hopes for this. Really high hopes for this. Actually, I don't know why. I just had a good feeling about it. FM was really, really good, and the MP3 player was really, really impressive. Audio was, wow, the audio just blew you out.
In China, we have men marrying into a family that only has daughters.
Yeah, going a little faster here. I apologize for that, but I do want to try to keep it under 30 minutes or so. Don't think we're going to make that mark today. Amateur radio stuff. There we go.
So I read on the tour that you guys are doing now, you're going to play the entire first album. That was only 27 so you're going to dip a little bit into in your face.
That almost sounds like a FM station there.
Manager thank you, Carol, for putting us on the air there. Danny Boone is located in West Lab in the middle of Iowa. It was originally founded as a coal mine.
See if we can find 15 megahertz. It might be there, it just acts like it doesn't. Just can't tune a weak station in. Well, I'm glad I hooked the big antenna up to it. I think it'd have been really, really quiet otherwise. There we go. See, that almost sounds, that sounds like an FM. Let's just see if it goes away. You see, it's not there at all. So the big antenna might be bringing the FM bleed over to it. More than likely. But I would think it could handle, and that's the reason I went with the 20 foot instead of 200 foot. You can get big enough that you can really mess a radio up this inexpensive. They're not built for long strands of wire. So 20 foot, that's under the little reel up antennas you can buy. I think they're 23 foot. So don't think we're doing any harm to it, but certainly not doing any good to it either. This will go a little faster because we get way up high in the bands here. There's going to be less and less now, I'm afraid. I never hear much between 18 and 22. An occasional station. We'll just kind of make an appearance here. I just don't know. I think my hand's starting to get tired. Well, I'm going to stop there for the sake of time. I think we know where it's all headed. Scale of 1 to 10. Boy, this is a tough one. Oh, as an added bonus, we got to give bonus points here where we can give bonus points. There is no wrist strap and there are no silly alarm clocks on this radio. That's a plus right there. First thing I noticed. And so that's a plus for me. Anyway, FM is really awesome. The audio is awesome. The MP3 section is awesome. I like it. Medium wave for the US, maybe at night you could use the 9 kilohertz and kind of get into the fringe stations and stuff and maybe mess around with that. It won't be your serious medium wave radio, that's for sure. It'll be something just to play with. Shortwave, it is disappointing on shortwave. I thought it would do better than that, especially hooked up to the big antenna. Thought it would do better than that, and a little disappointing. Would I recommend this for people to buy? No. If you're in Asia and Europe that use 9 kilohertz, maybe. I don't know how good it's going to do on medium wave. I have really no way to test that. We've run into a lot of these that are just strong stations only on shortwave. I'll be generous and give this a 4.5 out of 10. I wouldn't buy another one. And I can't recommend people to run out and buy this one. I mean, there's a ton better sensitivity and selectivity. There's a ton better radios out here. This would do good just for, like we just saw, the really strong stations it'll pull in. But outside of that, I don't know. 4.5. That's probably being a little generous. And but anyway, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. And this one, I don't know. You know, I guess we find gems sometimes. In all the lumps of coal, we find some gems that are really nice for under $20. And so anyway, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, just give it a thumbs up anyway. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the little bell notification thing off to the side. Share it with people. Share the video, because you never know who in your social circle might actually like radios or become interested in radios. let's see, what else do you got to do? Comments down in the comment section. What do you think of the Habong KK-175, or is it a Kabong? Let me know what you think. I got a good idea where the comments will go. And anyway, let's see. Oh, past the hat time, the tip jar. Down under the description page, there is a section where you can donate through PayPal. You can donate to the channel, be it $1, $2, $5, whatever you want to do. And all that money goes to turn around and buy radios like this. Hopefully we get better radios than this. And, you know, I don't know how many times I've said that. Hopefully we get better ones. And we do get better ones. And you never know. That's the fun of what I do, is you never quite know where it's going to be. And I will back up as I pull the tip jar and the offering plate back for just a second. That's where the fun with even a radio like this comes in. And you say, but two hands, you've lost your damn mind. There's no fun in this radio. It sucks. No. Think of a Sunday afternoon listening to the ball game on this, on FM. This would be a great program listener on FM. A dandy program listener. The IU football game would have been spectacular on this radio. With this color scheme, take it to a Purdue football game and dazzle people. But you got to think, we have to instead of looking at what one of these radios is, you have to look at what it isn't. You know, and you have to look at different ways to have fun with it. Maybe it's not great on shortwave. Medium wave here, no, but I don't care. It wasn't designed for us in the U.S., so that's okay. But gosh, I could have some fun afternoons with this because the audio is stellar. Anyway, I digress. All of your donations go to buy radios like this, and just keep the channel going, because it does cost money. And I think we've covered about everything. I think we got it. The Habong KK-175. I'm just trying to think. I try to stall and think, is there anything else that I need to say about it? Because I hate to forget something. There are no multi-function anything on this. I've tried all the buttons and all the on-off positions and everything, just in case something was hidden. And there are no multi-function anything on it. It's all pretty straightforward, so I can see why there's no instruction manual, because you can really kind of figure it out. And that's about it. Hope you have a great day. Get out and enjoy this weather while you can. 90 degrees in October, kind of rare. And we'll see you at the next review.